Hello, my name is Chalon Simpson, and this is my project on purchase prediction and ethics on Instagram and other online social media platforms. Now, starting off with a brief history of prediction from previous systems of purchase prediction, of course, you have designated online retailers like Depop, Amazon, or Shein, which use anticipatory shopping, which is defined as an algorithm to predetermine things that people want to buy based on a mix of data, including previous purchases, questionnaires, wish lists, browsing data, demographic data, things like that. On the left, you have a pattern from Amazon, which establishes its anticipatory shopping method, which essentially tracks user data and ships a product to their state without them even purchasing it, um, due to previous buying habits, so that when they actually do choose to buy that item, they'll have it in fewer days. So you may be wondering, how does social media predict audience spending habits? And it's really based on the power of the feed, which is, of course, the online feed. Um, what separates Instagram from conventional online shopping networks is that its intent is not to sell products or items to users, but it's rather to cultivate an online social network akin to Facebook or other photo sharing applications. Of course, with the inclusion of an online shop, the result is a level of embeddedness of disproportionate effect. Branded and sponsored content aren't separated from the service's main feed. And as you can see on the left, Instagram actually uses a detailed algorithm to determine what you will see on your Instagram feed. And one major part of this is the practice of hyperactivity. Of course, you're getting all this content on your feed at once, and you're seeing so many and taking in so many pictures from your friends, from users and creators that you might follow, and all this adds up um, into you not even realizes that ads are being integrated into your feed in such a streamlined and unique way. It's gotten to the point where you might scroll by an ad for like Lululemon and you might not even notice that's an ad because it is so embedded in your interest and content that you're interested in. And of course, with this new level of hyperactivity, um, it informs consumers about consumption opportunities, which reduces search costs and, of course, makes buying more appealing and may be associated with consumption through social and peer referral mechanisms, which form a positive correlation between consumers' social network engagement and their online shopping behaviors. Now, to analyze this, I conducted two experiments. My first test subject is a 19-year-old Hispanic female who's in a sorority who attends Ole Miss University. She's in a sorority and is heavily involved in the rush process. So the following are ads that she received on her feed. As displayed, her advertisement algorithm falls in line with her liking patterns. If a user would look without taking a second glance, one would even assume that the post is a natural part of her feed, because the pastel clothing is in line with her interest and sorority culture. So Instagram, of course, not only compiled her interest based off of what she has previously liked, but also her previous spending habits. Now, my second test subject is an 18-year-old male who is interested in cleanliness and healthy eating who attends Tufts University. Most of his ads were targeted towards healthy food options, things like Starbucks, um, and Whole Foods and Sweet Green, things like that. That further corroborates the notion that the tracking of user data is vital towards targeted advertisement. So, now we can discuss uncertainty and consent. A tale of population densities. So here are two population density maps from Nova Scotia, Canada, and Chicago. The first one answers the question in Nova Scotia: are geographical hashtags on Instagram related to population density? And Chicago is also Instagram normalized for population. What you can see here is that what the number of users is aligned in both population and density, essentially corroborating the fact that most Instagram users are in highly populated areas. Instagram uses this data to also help determine your ads. And through this, it can determine things such as your age, sex, race, and age. Now, there are also hidden predictive factors. There's something called regression analysis, which is a statistical prediction that predicts only the odds that something will happen in a specific case. And Apple's opt in system counteracts this. Apple recently introduced a feature where once you download an app, you can ask them to either allow or not to allow access to your data. In this ad, which is talking about your data being sold by corporations, um, prides itself on how privacy plays a huge part in the prediction process. Of course, without this privacy, um, there would be large amounts of uncertainty in terms of the ads you would be getting and the interest of the user. Alrighty, and that's my presentation. Thank you so much.